The Great Emu War, Australia's strangest battle. Imagine a war where the enemy isn't another country, but a bird. This is the bizarre true story of the Great Emu War, one of the most unusual military operations in history. Background: in 1932, Australia was facing an agricultural crisis. Thousands of emus, large flightless birds native to Australia, migrated inland from coastal regions and began ravaging wheat fields in Western Australia. Farmers, already struggling due to the Great Depression, saw their crops destroyed by the emu invasion. The government's solution: desperate, the farmers turned to the government for help. The Australian military was enlisted to tackle the emu problem. Major GPW Meredith of the Royal Australian Artillery was assigned to lead the operation, armed with soldiers, 2 Lewis machine guns, and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The battle begins. The campaign began in November 1932. The soldiers encountered the emus near the town of Campion. However, they quickly realized that the birds were not an easy target. Emus can run up to 50 km/h and often moved in unpredictable directions, making them difficult to shoot. The emu's agility and speed turned the operation into a comical and frustrating endeavor for the soldiers. The outcome: over several weeks, numerous attempts to curb the emu population were made. The soldiers faced mechanical failures, poor accuracy, and the cunning tactics of the emus, who often split into smaller groups to evade capture. Despite firing thousands of rounds, the operation was largely unsuccessful. Estimates suggest that only a few hundred emus were killed out of the initial target of 20,000. The aftermath: the Great Emu War was ultimately deemed a failure, and the military withdrew. The emus had won. The operation received widespread media coverage and became a source of public amusement and government embarrassment. The farmers continued to battle the emus on their own, and eventually a bounty system was introduced, proving more effective. Conclusion: the Great Emu War remains a unique and humorous chapter in Australian history. It highlights the challenges and unexpected outcomes when humans attempt to control nature. This peculiar event is a reminder of the resilience of wildlife and the sometimes absurd nature of human endeavors. The Great Emu War is a tale of unintended consequences and the surprising tenacity of Australia's emu population.